Hello and a very, very good evening. My name's Cunard and you are watching live right now the biggest cruise show on the TV with, of course, the award-winning Planet Cruise. We've got 5 outstanding cruises to tempt you with tonight. And what I really want to say is all of you regulars, I know you're going to be watching the whole hour, but if you're brand new to cruising or you've never booked a cruise before, we're going to explain why cruising is so popular, all the advantages, and give you a little taster of the different cruise lines that are available as well. But I'm joined by a great friend of mine, more handsome than ever, the one and only Keith Maynard. He's getting better with age, look at him.
Oh, better with age, here we go.
You are.
I've caught my son today. I was down in Essex, Sean. I was down there, you know, enjoying a little bit of the sunshine, and I've caught it. I feel better.
You look as if you're in your prime, Keith, you really do.
In my prime, yeah, thanks.
But the reason why Keith's here, Keith is a real fountain of knowledge when it comes to the cruise industry. I mean, you worked on cruise ships for 12 years.
12 years, Sean. I know you probably think, looking at me, it's 40 or 50 years, but yeah, just 12 years. And in that time, I had a chance to go all the way around the world, so I like to pass that knowledge on to you. I've been to these ports of call, I've been on these ships. And Planet Cruise themselves, we're the largest independent UK cruise operator. Multi-award winning, 96% customer feedback rating. And everyone that works for us has either, like myself, worked in the cruise industry before or cruises regularly. So you're getting information from the horse's mouth, and most importantly, your money's safe. In a time where there's so many people that are out there to rip you off, we're ABTOL and ATO bonded, and that means that when you book with us, your money is safe.
And Keith, just gives a little flavour of some of the cruises that are coming up tonight. Go on.
We've got an amazing deal with P&O, of course, and that's going over to the Caribbean, and you're away for literally over 3 weeks. It's incredible, and you're going to some of the big hitters.
Yeah, aren't you away at a special time of the year as well?
Yeah, it's a Christmas sailing.
Yeah, and New Year.
So, and New Year, so it's a chance to, I think it's Christmas Eve in St Lucia, and it's absolutely stunning. So there's that one. There's also a chance with Celebrity. We're going to have Ruth on from Celebrity, and a fantastic deal with her.
I tell you, whenever Ruth's here from Celebrity, you know something good is happening, don't you?
Really good. We've got a great fjords sailing that we're leading off with, and 6-star luxury with Crystal Cruises as well on Serenity, which is an absolutely beautiful ship. Doesn't even have any inside cabins. That tells you something.
But maybe you're new to the show and you've never booked with Planet Cruise before. Well, here's Marilyn and Dave. They have booked with Planet Cruise, and this is what they had to say.
Marilyn, tell us, how long have you both been cruising?
Oh, for about 15 years now. 15 years, and we've booked with Planet Cruise this time, and very good company, you know, the fellas that took the booking, brilliant.
Have you found that everyone's been, you know, kind of helpful in a sense of giving you the advice that you needed and kind of being honest in what you needed to do and explaining every part of the process?
Yes, they did, because we wanted to do some extra nights in Singapore beforehand, and we needed a special hotel with the balcony, and the lady there sorted it all out. Fine, very good.
I know that the customer feedback is always so high with Planet Cruise, isn't it?
It's great. Whenever we get a chance to meet people that book with us, you know, and of course they contact us. You can contact us via the show at Planet Cruise or at B4Key on Twitter if you want to, or on Facebook. But whenever we get that feedback, Sean, it's always fantastic. You know what I mean? And it's people really enjoying themselves and finding the award-winning service out firsthand. And
that little clip of film was actually filmed at the live cruise show that we did last year in Southampton.
It was. We were both at. There's another one this year as well. More details to be released soon. It's going to be fun.
Well, remember, all of your money is safe as well. Just to remind you, quality assured cruises here. So ATOL and ABTOL protected, that's really important. We also always include all your overseas transfers. Any hotel, if a hotel is part of the holiday, it will always be a quality hand-picked hotel in a very central location. And flights will be with world-renowned airlines as well. We make every aspect of your cruise holiday from start to finish absolutely as perfect as possible.
And it's the reason why we're the top seller. You're going to see throughout the show, where, you know, the different awards that we've won for being the top seller in the UK for the brands that we sell. And we're independent, so it's not biased. We sell every single line and give you the best advice for you.
Well, we're starting off with Royal Caribbean, and they're the company that I booked my very first cruise with 7 years ago, actually, for my 40th birthday.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was your 50th.
That's the next one. But I've cruised with Royal several times. They're an outstanding company. Let's give you a little taster of what life's going to be like on board the Explorer of the Seas with Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, fantastic. Of course, Royal Caribbean, American cruise company, all singing, all dancing. Their ships are destinations in themselves. It's impossible not to have a good time. You're seeing some of the images here, things you can do, from playing basketball, from rock climbing. They have ice rinks on board these ships. You see see a fantastic ice show, you know, in what they call Studio B. But you can have lessons, you can just go and have fun with the kids. Cruising is for everyone. That's the great thing. People have this wrong misconception about cruising, that it's just maybe for people when they're, you know, they're past sort of 70 and that's it. You know, it's not. It's for all ages. The food is amazing, and that's all included in the price of what you're paying, along with all the entertainment. So you're going to get to do all these things. You're looking at Johnny Rockets. It's their 1950s, 60s American diner where you can get chocolate Oreo sundaes and where the bar staff get up and dance, as, you know, and give you these wonderful burgers. They've got kids clubs on board, so if you do go with the kids get looked after during the day, even babysat in the evening, giving you a chance to go and dance in a disco, have dinner and have some romance, because cruising's romantic.
You
as
actually
well.
see complete extended families on cruises, from the grandkids to the grandparents, don't you?
And in fact, I interviewed what they call the COO and the president of Royal Caribbean. Wonderful chap, and that interview is going to be online for us. And he actually says that the big thing about Royal Caribbean they're trying to encourage is multi-generational cruising, where the grandparents, the great-grandparents, the parents and the kids all get involved, and everyone's
And the nice thing is, you know, you might decide, oh, well, you're going to go to a quiet bar and have a drink. The kids are going to do their thing. The grandparents are going to do their thing. You know, there's something for everybody.
And then meet up in the evening
in the Royal Promenade.
And as you can see there, we're the #1 seller as well for Royal Caribbean in the UK.
Well, we know you're going to have a fantastic time, but also this is one of the most beautiful cruises that you could ever have the opportunity of being on, because it's taking around the Norwegian fjords, and it's actually from Southampton. Again, many benefits of that. You're not, you know, waiting around at airports or anything like that. You don't have to worry about luggage allowance, do you?
Dead easy to get to, whether you're taking the train, whether you even want to fly down, or whether you just want to take the car. It's really simple to get to, and as you said, no luggage restrictions. Then you're heading off, and your first port of call is going to be Rotterdam, and this is a wonderful opportunity. Really wonderful opportunity, because it's your chance then to explore Amsterdam. Yeah, Rotterdam is an incredible city itself, but it's very new because it was bombed heavily, sadly, during the Second World War. So head over to Amsterdam, go and see the labyrinth of little canals, over 1,280 bridges, many of them illuminated by fairy lights at night. Walk past these, or float past these huge, tall Dutch townhouses with the big windows, the friendly locals. It's very much a bike culture. You'll see everyone cycling, whole families cycling, and they've got the wonderful parks. You see in the Keukenhof, you've got Ooster Park, Vlondel Park. Wonderful place to go and explore. Head out into the surrounding suburbs and see the wonderful windmills. Maybe have a look at the clogs, the Anne Frank Museum. But for me, definitely relax on a canal cruise, and definitely, if you can, hire a bike. And go to the Albert Kruyt market. It's the biggest open market in the whole of Europe, and it's a really great, typically Dutch experience.
Now, the next day is at sea, isn't it, Keith?
That's right, yeah, relaxing day at sea for you to enjoy all the ship has to offer, with the ice skating, with all the food, all included. And then you're in Ulden, and this sits literally, this is a little village that sits peacefully at the edge of the Jostedal Glacier, which is Europe's largest ice floe. It's 188 square miles, it's nearly 2,000 foot thick, and surrounding it is this wonderful imagery that you're seeing here, this wonderful geography, these huge mountains with these tranquil fjords and lakes. And one of the things you can do here is go and see Norway's premier lake, Lake Ulden, which you saw pictures of there, which has this substance called glacier milk, which has got almost like this kind of otherworldly kind of mist which raises off the edge. But that's Ulden village. Look at the backdrop around you. You won't want to do anything but just sit there with a cocktail or a hot chocolate and soak it up, and just get get one-to-one with nature.
I know. I mean, I took this cruise last year around the fjords, and even though I'd seen the pictures, in real life, just the size of the fjords and the space.
And how small you feel comparatively to the size of nature.
It was actually, it sounds granted, but it was actually a life-changing experience, I'd say. It really was. Anyway, there's more, Keith.
Flom is next, and that's the little place between steep mountains when it's translated, and it's in a deep tributary inside Sungafjord, which is the world's longest and deepest fjord, again, surrounded by towering cliffs. That little dot at the end there you can see going around the bend is actually a cruise ship. That gives you the idea of the size of this place. You can go and explore the White Caves of Gudvangen with all this wonderful light show and the stalactites and the classical music playing, or you can go up on one of the world's steepest railways, clinging in the mountainside through these tunnels burrowed in to the mountain as it climbs its way up to amazing views at the top. Or you can go and see the wonderful goats of Unrudale. I think it's about 200 there. That's 198 goats and 2 Norwegians looking after them all, making that wonderful goat's cheese. It's an incredible experience. Then, from Flom, you'll then go through to Alesund. This is an Art Nouveau fairy tale land. It was completely ravaged by fire in 1904, rebuilt in this wonderful Art Nouveau architecture with money from Germany, fun enough, from the Kaiser. And it's beautiful. It's a medley of turrets, of spires, of ornamental twists. You've got one of the best aquariums right on the seafront called the Atlantisparken, where you can hand feed stingrays and get one-to-one petting sharks. And then you can also take the little petty train up and see amazing views from Mount Axler of the fjord. Number one tour, note this down, the Trollsteigen Road. It's incredible. OK, then we get a chance to then head out to your next port of call, and that's now going to be Stavanger. This is a fantastic chance for you to do your final bits of, you know, maybe buying a Norwegian jumper or getting your troll, or, you know, seeing the local artists hard at work in their wooden houses as you go around this very pretty port. It's set amongst lots of heather, and also the longest beaches in Norway, 11 kilometres, what they call the Jar Beaches. That's the oldest cathedral and the oldest church, in fact, in Norway, and that's a wonderful place to go and explore. But there's lots of quirky museums. The number one thing to do, head out to these places. You've got the Pulpit Rock, and you've also got the next one, the Troll's Tongue. And that's what you can do. You can sit literally on the edge of the world, looking out in this kind of Lord of the Rings-esque, Game of Thrones-esque, wonderful, you know, wonderful scenery around.
Honestly, it is amazing. It really is spectacular.
Yes.
A final day at sea, so just enjoy the ship. There'll be so much happening on that last day.
Oh.
And then back, of course, to Southampton. Now, let's just take on board the ship one more time. I want to remind you that on this one you are getting free onboard spend, so you get $100 onboard spend per stateroom and free car parking as well. So that will all be included in the fare tonight. If you've never been on a ship before, you know, when you look at just the standards keys, you know, the ships are so beautifully maintained.
Yeah, you'll be blown away. If you've not cruised before and you do a cruise, that's what people say. Once you've done a cruise, you never look back. You never look back to doing a normal hotel holiday on land, because you realise, A, the value is so much better with a cruise, and B, the service, Sean. The service, it just blows it out of the water.
Now, can we just talk about staterooms? That's the inside. We've got a great price of $689. The ocean view on this one is only $739, and I was going to show you the balcony there, which is $889, because the balcony is absolutely superb.
It's a great deal, and really in the fjords, the great thing, if you're watching at home, you've not been around the fjords, that there is always something to see, and because you're going to the land of the midnight sun, that can be literally at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, you're going for amazing, amazing things the whole time, deep into the fjords, even hugging the coast. It's stunning.
Yeah. So honestly, if you can stretch for a balcony, you know, it's so worth it around the fjords. Or, you know, do go for the ocean, which is only £50 more. So really great prices. Now, I said my first cruise was with Royal Caribbean. I thought it was a great first cruise. This would make a fantastic first cruise, wouldn't it?
It would make a brilliant first cruise, a great introduction, and you really can't really enjoy Norway as much as you can on a cruise.
Well, we've actually got a little clip of film now of Stephen and Carol talking about their first cruise.
You're both obviously avid cruisers. You like to cruise. Tell us, what was your first cruise experience?
The first one, very first one, was on the Sun Cruises Sea Wing. No, I tell a lie. It was Carnival celebration out of New Orleans.
And we're going back here a few years?
Oh yeah, we're going back to mid-90s.
And what was it? Kind of once bitten, that was it? That was it for you ever, for cruising? I mean, what were your early memories?
Yeah, for me, cruising is good because I get very bored if I'm in one place. With cruising, you arrive in the morning, you see the place, and you go. And then the next day you wake up, you're somewhere else. You only ever unpack once, and there's, well, never any problems on board the ship. There's no hassle, no problems.
And that was Stephen and Carol, Planet Cruise customers, of course. Now, we're joined by one of our favourite guests on the show. Whenever you see this lady, you know something excellent is on the show in terms of a deal with celebrity. Ruth, nice to see you again.
It's lovely to be back, Sean. Thank you.
Well, I was bored of years talking about, you know, how many cruises I've been on with celebrity, but I've been on many cruises with celebrity.
You have.
Every time it has been outstanding.
That's lovely to hear. Thank you so much. And we've got an amazing itinerary and offer for you this evening.
Just before we talk about that, for anyone that hasn't cruised with celebrity, why have you won so many awards? What makes you so outstanding in the industry?
Well, our tagline is modern luxury, and that's what it says in a nutshell. We are very, very modern, very contemporary. It's all about choice for our guests, and the service and the quality of dining that you will receive on board is just superb.
And you are 5-star, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
You are.
We really are at
Yeah.
the luxury end of the market. You are thoroughly spoilt on our ships.
But what I like, nothing is too stuffy or anything like that.
Very relaxed, because when people hear 5-star, they often think, oh, yes, Captain, and it's formal every evening. It really isn't. 5-star to us really means comfort, relax, but high, high quality.
Well, the most beautiful ships. I know Ruth's going to talk over this little clip of film just featuring a celebrity right now.
Yes, well, although this ship says Infinity, she's identical to Millennium, which this cruise is on. And recently she had a $50 million makeover. And we added some of our most popular features. Here you can see Cellar Masters, our beautiful wine bar. It's a great place to meet pre-dinner for a drink. We also have wine tasting events, and we also have the biggest wine collection at sea. We recently added as well our Aqua Class staterooms. I know, Sean, you love Aqua Class.
Yes, I do.
Blue restaurant, and it's all about health and well-being and spa. And guests that sail in Aqua Class once always sail in Aqua Class. My top tip for our Bistro on 5, another new addition to Millennium, is go there the day you embark for lunch. Everybody heads up to the Ocean View Cafe and nobody finds the bistro. Gorgeous creperie. This, Keith's favourite spot, the Martini Ice Bar.
You're spreading vicious
He is
rumours,
going
but
to
it's-
try every one of the 100 flavours and brands of vodka and martini, aren't you?
I am, and I wrote my name into the you know, Ruth for Keith forever.
Exactly. We are embedded in the ice bar there. But really, whatever you want, the choice is there. There is
really
so
is.
much for everybody.
Honestly,
It really is.
I would love you to book this cruise tonight. Now, although I've cruised with Celebrity many, many times, I've never been over to the Far East, and this is a trip of a lifetime you brought us tonight,
It really
isn't it?
is, and actually it's one of our most popular destinations. It's selling like it's going out of fashion.
Well, the
it
price
really is so
why
popular.
is the price so low?
We've just given you a really fantastic offer for the TV show tonight. We
Well.
love Planet Cruise.
Well, I know, Keith, you want to talk us through, don't you?
I do, that's
Yes.
right, yeah. Let's have a look at where we're going, shall we? It's, see, right, so you're flying out to Singapore, and that's an amazing place to start. And even before you embark that wonderful ship that Ruth was talking about, you get 2 nights in a 5-star hotel to explore this amazing part of the world, the commercial centre of the southeast, a metropolis of high-rise buildings, and also Chinese shop houses with red-tiled roofs and these sturdy Victorian buildings like Raffles, where you can go and have a Singapore sling in the long bar and chuck your nuts on the floor. This is great. The Jurong Bird Park, the world's largest walk-in bird aviary. Over 10,000 different birds for you to enjoy, many of them flying around you. You will feel very much like Bill It's incredible. The Orchid Garden.
That looks beautiful,
It's
yeah.
incredible. In fact, Singapore, people forget this because it's got so much great architecture and a more modern feel. It's one of the only 2 cities in the world that retains a patch of what they call virgin rainforest, called the Bukit Timah Nature Park. Best tour to do here, in my advice, because you're here in the evening, is to go and do a night safari. Over 900 different nocturnal animals you can enjoy. It's great for shopping. Orchard Road, you know, go get your Gucci, go and get your Vuitton. That there is the best place, in my view, to go and spend an afternoon or an evening. That's the Marina Bay Sands hotel, and you can literally sit at the top there. Space on a ship. It took 3 months to raise up and place on the top, and you can enjoy a cocktail on this kind of artificial beach looking out over the whole of Singapore.
So the views must be really spectacular.
Absolutely
aren't they?
stunning, Sean. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so that's just a start. You've had 2 nights there. Then you're getting on board the ship, Celebrity Millennium, and you've got 15 nights cruising on this incredible ship.
Amazing.
It really is. And as Ruth has so well described it there, it is modern luxury. Okay, so now we're going to then start your cruise properly. So you're getting to enjoy the ship. You've got a couple of relaxing days at sea after another overnight in Singapore, so more time to enjoy that amazing place. And then you're going into Bangkok, Thailand, a completely different country. You know, the great thing about Thailand, I think, it's the only part of Southeast Asia that wasn't colonised. It was never taken over by anybody else. So it retains a real cultural authenticity, and the people are tremendously friendly. Now, whether you want to go and enjoy the seas and do a bit of scuba diving or try some of the amazing cuisine, I recommend any kind of curry, but particularly the massaman is my favourite, and try some of that wonderful spicy pad thai. Now, of course, you've got all the wonderful cultures with the museums out there, the Royal Palace that you can go and see. It's the world's hottest capital city in the sense of temperature. You've got an amazing selection of temples. Wat Po that sits on the front is one of my favourites. And you can also go and explore the floating markets, literally as they come up and they sell as you go along the side. It's an incredible place. All I would say is try a Thai massage, and definitely, if you can, go to a tiger temple and see some of the Buddhist monks interacting with the tigers. Okay. We are then going relaxing day at sea before you then go to your next country. So this is country number 3. We're now going to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, and we know this is Saigon, of course. That's the legend of Saigon. Head to the Rex Hotel. From there, everything is walkable. You can get great views over the whole of the city. And there's so much to see and do in this magical place where the motorbike is king, where crossing the road is an art in itself. It's such fun. And, of course, you can go out and see the Chi Chi tunnels, which the Viet Cong built, you know, in the famous war, the infamous war there. You can also go and paddle down the Mekong or just soak up some local architecture. If you want to and you like markets, the Ben Thang market is one of the biggest in the world, and the street food there is second to none. OK, relaxing day at sea before your then next port of call is Hue. Well, this is your chance. Again, we're staying in Vietnam now as you go up around the side to see an incredible selection. You can either do Da Nang or Hue. They're two of the big Vietnamese cultural attractions. You're seeing some of the wonderful images here of the beaches that you can relax on. Yeah, you can do that, but literally you can also explore the magical Marble Mountains, and as you go into the Marble Mountains you get to see some of this. As you burrowed into the side of the mountains, as you sail down what they call the Perfume River, and then you get to explore these gardens and caves. OK, I've got to move on because there's literally so much to get in, so forgive me, but here we go to your next port of call. You're staying with Vietnam again, and this time we're going through to Hanoi, Halong Bay, literally translated where the dragon descends into the sea. Over 2,000 limestone casks that you're seeing here thrusting out of the emerald green waters of the bay. You can explore them in a wonderful old Chinese kind of, they call them junkers almost, and they're beautiful, and you can just sail around exploring the wonderful caves and just the wonderful kind of feeling of otherworldly spiritualness that you get here.
It looks just spectacular.
It is absolutely spectacular.
Really
it's magical, Sean. Now, from there, you then got a relaxing day at sea. Before there's even more, you then got an overnight on board in Hong Kong. The big thing about this cruise is the number of overnights you're getting. You are getting overnights in Bangkok. You're getting overnights here in Hong Kong. You've had that stay in Singapore. You know, you're getting a great chance. There's 4 overnights in total on this cruise, which is very, very rare. You're finishing in Hong Kong, and this literally means fragrant harbour. The light show at 8 p.m. every night that virtually a lot of the buildings take part in has to be seen to be believed. Get a boat out and sail into the middle of the harbour and watch as all the buildings light up. You can eat out 3 times a day for, I think, 12 years in Hong Kong and never eat the same place twice. It's incredible. You can shop till you drop. There's shops literally everywhere. You can climb up Victoria Peak, take the funicular up there for amazing views. It's an incredible place. And all I would say is, you know, if you haven't done this part of the world, you need to do it, and do it on a cruise, because you unpack once and you see all that.
And I was just thinking there, actually, you know, the fact that you are away 15 nights, you're going to see those most beautiful countries, but you're going to be on board this spectacular ship, 5-star luxury, and you know, just talk us through again this celebrity experience.
Well, again, when you spend $50 million making over a ship, you really add some incredible features. We did our pool deck with wonderful double sunbeds that are so comfy. We added Tuscan Grill, our gorgeous specialty restaurant that is a real rustic Italian. All of our staterooms had a gorgeous makeover from top to toe.
I must admit, I find your staterooms so well designed in terms of space.
Well, let me tell you something, Sean. Our staterooms were designed by a team of 5 ladies.
Oh, that's why then.
What can I tell you? You know, we need so much storage space.
Honestly, they are amazing. One of the best offers we've ever had. I know last time that we had Celebrity on the show, huge response. We're going to have that tonight. So this is what's included for under £1,400, £800. All of your return flights, they're based on London Gatwick. Again, we can find flights from most UK airports. Your overnights, you've got loads of great overnights here, actually. You can see there's Singapore, Bangkok, Halong Bay, Hong Kong, all of those overnights. So you can really, really get to explore these fantastic places to their fullest. And gratuities are included when departing on the 11th of February 2016 as well.
Yes, we're going to give those to you as well.
Now, price-wise, the interior staterooms are fantastic. I have to say, they're really spacious. But if you can upgrade to an ocean view, balcony or concierge,
Concierge class has all those wonderful little extras. This is a really special holiday. And of course, you have priority check-in. You have your own concierge who will make appointments for you for whatever you want doing. You have canopies and champagne delivered to your stateroom, fresh fruit, fresh flowers. It's just a superb little extra touches to make this special.
And it's really worth just calling us out, talking through the different staterooms available. Well, I think it's one of the best offers we've ever had, and I can't recommend Celebrity highly enough. You know.
Well, so, thank you.
It's true. It's true. It really is. Now, why do you personally love cruising, Ruth?
For me, it's a holiday in one. You have incredible food, service, entertainment, and you wake up somewhere new every single day. What could be better?
It's true, isn't it? Now,
It
Ruth,
really
we want to see more of you. When are you next with us?
Well, surprisingly enough, I'm taking over the sofa. I'm going to put a little plaque there that says Ruth's Sofa. I'm back on Friday. I'm back on Friday because I've got something, it's secret at the moment, I can't tell you. Watch on Friday at 11 a.m. something special for the Mediterranean.
Oh, great.
Yes,
okay, Ruth, thank you
special.
so much.
My pleasure.
We always know when you're here, you're going to give us a great deal. You really look after our Planet Cruise customers. Now, why do our Planet Cruise customers love cruising? Well, here's Stella and Kev to tell you why they love it.
What is it you like most about cruising? Is it the food? Is it the travel? The entertainment?
All of it. Everything's in one. You've got the security of knowing that you're in one place, that your room's okay, that the people around you are fine. People don't want trouble, don't want noisy nights. People like to enjoy themselves and like to do things just nicely. And you go back to your room at night and you know that you go to sleep. When you're out, you know you're going to have a good time. When you go offshore and you have a little wander around and you come back for your meal, you know that your belongings are still going to be in your cabin. And that is peace of mind going on holiday.
That was Stella and Kev there, two Planet Cruise customers that we met at the cruise show.
I know, just lovely people. It's bringing back so many memories that, you know, watching them and hearing what they said. But it's great to hear it firsthand from people that actually do cruise.
And it really, it was lovely. We got to chat to so many people, didn't we? And, yeah, once you've had your first cruise, you will be hooked. And we want you to book for the first time tonight. But we've still got 3 cruises to tempt you with. And the next one is a real biggie. It's from Perth to Singapore with Princess Cruises. Wow. Perth to Singapore.
Yeah,
that sounds good, Keith.
It is fantastic. Of course, Perth, not a port that we feature massively, and a lot of cruise lines feature, so great opportunity for you to go somewhere different.
And again, this is with Princess, a very, very highly respected company. So let's, again, give you a little taster of what your experience is going to be like.
Yeah, so Princess Cruises, another American cruise company, been around for a long, long time. And the great thing about them is they're consistent in whatever they do. So if you've been on one Princess ship, you'd have been on all of them. They always have the same touches. Now, this is a beautiful ship. And with Princess, they really put a focus on service, on making it a super friendly environment, very relaxing. You know, it's not overly formal, but there is a chance for you to indulge in a bit of dressing up if you want to. Great options of different dining where you can just enjoy eating at your time and having a great selection of different food from around the whole world. Great entertainment. You know, we've heard already some of the people there talking about going to watch the shows and enjoying that. Remember, that's all included in what you're getting. And cruising is tremendously social. So even if you're cruising as a solo, as you're cruising on your own, you make friends, you meet people, you meet members of the crew, you make friends for life. I know so many people that are still in touch with their cabin steward on Facebook, you know, that go back and go on the same ship to have service with that same cabin steward. It's incredible. People that are even going out to the Philippines to go and spend time with their cabin steward.
You do make a lot of friends, don't you?
You do. It's such a friendly environment.
Yeah. I love the cruise industry, I really do. Anyway, we're working out what this would cost in terms of flights, because it does start with a flight from Heathrow to Perth. I mean, what's that going to be, you know?
A lot of money. I mean, I mean, last time I flew out to Australia, I paid about 900 myself, just over £900,000, and that was just for the flight. That's without everything else, and that, you know, that wasn't, you know... Well,
your flight is, of course, included, and then we get 2 nights in a 4-star hotel in Perth, don't we?
We do. So, wonderful chance for you to start your holiday. That 4-star hotel, as Sean has said, this is the gateway to the wild west of Australia, bathed in 3,000 hours of sunshine each year. Oh, how jealous we are. God. We had a taste of it today, but imagine having that for longer. It's situated on the banks of what they call the Swan River, which is 15 miles upriver from Fremantle, which is pretty much where you dock, and you can do a Swan River cruise, and that's a wonderful chance to enjoy some of the wonderful scenery, go along Millionaire's Row, go into Fremantle's busy inner harbour. You can also go and enjoy the wonderful beaches that litter this part of Australia, in fact the whole of Australia, particularly Cottleshow Beach, and just behind that you've got a great place which is home to loads of species of native plants and birds. You're seeing here again some of what you can see. This is Penguin Island. You can head out and do a little boat trip over to Penguin Island, and you can also go and enjoy, I wouldn't normally recommend this, but Fremantle Prison. It was built in 1855 to house imperial and colonial prisoners. prisoners, and it's got a great history attached to it. It's a really fun half-day tour.
Is it honestly fun, Keith?
I think it's fun. Yeah. I know I do. I wouldn't recommend it to you if it wasn't. Yeah, absolutely. So have a mix. Have a bit of beach, a bit of history. Okay. Then you're going to have a chance to get on board the Sun Princess. You've got 12 nights on board this amazing ship, and again, loads for you to see and do. Relaxing days at sea where you'll be soaking up that wonderful sun as you head over to the Indonesian islands.
I was going to say, sunbathing on a cruise ship is just wonderful.
It's incredible. Yeah, absolutely. And again, you've got a service all around you. You get to serve drinks, and it's fantastic. And then you're arriving in one of the 18,000 Indonesian islands, and it's an incredible chance for you. Now, this is Lombok, and what's rare about this is that most people go to Bali, which is just over the water, but Lombok is rarely visited, and it's like stepping back into Bali 30, 40 years ago, before it was over-commercialised.
Really?
And so it's really, really popular. Crystalline waters, and a wonderful chance for you to see traditional craft villages, where artisans produce lovely cloth and elegant wood carvings and pottery, to go and see some of the wonderful temples that dot the island, and the great natural beauty, dramatic rice terraces, plantations to the south, got tropical rain and cloud forests in the north, and Mount Rinjani, which is Indonesia's second highest peak. Get this, it's 12,000 feet above sea level, and it's incredible. So great chance for you to enjoy. My favourite thing to do, the Majora Water Palace, which is one of the Balinese Kingdom's royal court palaces. It's beautiful. Relaxing day at sea before you then go through to Port Kelang. This is your chance to go to Kuala Lumpur. This is the Malaysian mainland, and it's your chance to go and see this ethnic melting pot, which has the Petronas Towers and this great street food, which is a real mix of different cultures thrown in and spiced up. Okay, then you're going through, staying with Malaysia, to Penang. I love this place. Penang is a small island just off the west coast of Malaysia. It gets its name from the betel nut tree called Penang, and you see all the locals chewing it, and it stains their teeth red. It's incredible. You can walk around the actual town where you dock, which has got loads of quirky 3D art, and you've also got a chance to explore the Penang Butterfly Farm, and also one of the greatest temples in Southeast Asia, the Kek Lok Si, the Temple of Paradise, which sits on Penang Hill, and it's the largest Buddhist temple in Southeast Asia, and it's really magical. Loads to do there in Penang. Okay, then you're going through, sticking with Malaysia again, to Langkawi, and this is one of 99 tropical islands, and it's absolutely amazing. Year-round tropical climate, pristine white and black sand beaches, an array of opportunities to get up close and personal with lots of wildlife. Head inland and it's virtually untouched. On the outside you've got lots of beaches to enjoy. You can do a rainforest aerial tram, but it's an amazing chance, and I recommend, if you can, do a boat cruise through the Keelim Nature Park where you see tree crabs and giant iguanas. Then you're going through to Thailand. This is Phuket. This is hailed as the Pearl of the Andaman Sea, and it's a beautiful kind of almost finished your cruise. You've still got more, but this is one of the final ports. Here you can go elephant trekking, you can go and enjoy the Gibbon Rehabilitation Centre, which pretty much says what it is. You can again explore the friendly welcome of Thailand, maybe get a massage, or go and try some of the spicy Thai food, wonderful Thai curries, or go and see Wat Chalong, which is the most famous temple in this part of Thailand. And of course the James Bond Island, which you're seeing. You've seen the PP Islands, and then just beyond there, you've got the James Bond Island.
I mean, again, it really is a trip of a lifetime. Back to Singapore, which you talked about earlier, and then you disembark.
Oh, you've got 2 nights.
You've got 2 nights there as well,
yeah. 5-star hotel in Singapore, but we haven't really talked about it.
What a finish. Now, just to remind you what's included, I mean, it works out an incredible price here, 1879, all of your return flights. Again, we can provide flights from most UK airports. You get an extra 2 nights in that 5-star hotel in Singapore. The itineraries differ slightly just depending on those various departure dates. Right, let's just show you the price. Amazing prices tonight, starting at 1879. But I tell you what, you don't pay much more there for the ocean view. Even great prices out on the balconies, of course, as well. Now, here at Planet Cruise, we'd love you to stay in touch. You can either sign up to our newsletter, you can get your free copy of our Journey magazine, or check out our brand new website. Do you know, even if you don't find a cruise that you love tonight, why don't you just register with us, and then we can keep you informed. And there's our website right now. All the TV deals are on there, but we can find you any cruise to anywhere in the world for any length of time as well. And in terms of getting interactive, you can tweet us, #PlanetCruise, live at Planet Cruise. You can search Planet Cruise on Facebook. We've got our YouTube channel there as well, youtube.com/PlanetCruiseTV. Or you can email us, hello@planetcruise.co.uk. Now, you could actually say hello to our Keith, because we've got a great opportunity for you to do a cruise ship taste today. Now, Keith, you're going to be on some of these, aren't you?
I am, yeah, the Anthem of the Season Royal Princess Days as well. So I'll be joining in, having a great look at these brand new ships. I mean, they are two of the newest ships in the industry, and they're both award-winning in their own way. So great opportunity to come down, have a chat to us, and see these amazing ships.
And also, if you've never been on a cruise ship, then now's your chance for £25, and that does include...
You get lunch.
Lunch as well, and it will be a fabulous lunch.
And selfies, we'll do lots of selfies.
Can I just say, Nikki from Planet Cruise was on the Anthem of the Seas last week, and she thought it was outstanding.
She did. We had a filming team on there. It was really great fun.
It is amazing. Anyway, we also have a show this Friday, don't forget, at 11 AM as well. Remember, to book a cruise, just give us a call right now. It's a free phone number, 0800 840 1088. But we're going to the phone lines ourselves right now, and we're going to speak to Glenn Wallace. Whenever we get a live call, you know that we've got a hot deal that's just coming in right now. Glenn, are you there?
Hi guys, how are you? You okay?
We're great. Then. We're perched on the edge of our seats right now. What have you got for us?
I think Keith should be quite excited. This one is a new one that's just come in from Cunard, our old vessel, Keith, the Queen Mary 2.
Where we held hands for many a long night.
We spent many nights cruising the ocean.
So what's the deal then, Glenn?
We've got a brilliant deal on here. It's the Queen Mary, one of the iconic ships of the world, and we've got a brilliant deal. Now check this one out. Flying from the UK over to New York. Flights are included on this one, and from this one you're going to pick up the ship in New York, and you're going to do the famous iconic liner crossing across the transatlantic back into Southampton. An amazing deal, and check out the price. $499 per person.
No way.
$499, including your flights over to New York.
To do a transatlantic on Queen Mary 2?
Transatlantic on the Queen Mary.
That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous prices. They just literally came in now, and as I said, the cruise is going out on the, or the package is starting on the 10th of May, 7 nights altogether, including flights and the transatlantic crossing back to Southampton.
10th of May?
10th of May, that one.
Glenn, can I ask, what have you got the prices on the ocean views and the balconies?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got the outsides are ridiculous at $599, and balconies, if you really want to treat yourself, you can upgrade for only another £100, $699 per person. $699, a balcony cabin on the Queen Mary with a flight.
Glenn, I know when you reserve me one. I was going to say, can you reserve me one, please, Glenn?
Glenn, generally speaking, when you ring in with a hot deal that's just come in, do the phone lines light up straight away?
Yeah, they're already going now. The guys have suddenly gone crazy. Yeah. We've already had a few calls, obviously, from the first couple of deals you've talked about, but these T calls, when we get them and they send to we call into you, they go absolutely crazy. This isn't going to be around very, very long. It's a deal we've just had tonight, and for £699 for a balcony on the Queen Mary, you can't beat that value.
Glenn, we're going to have to say goodbye, but thank you so much. That is amazing.
Have a great night.
We will do. So don't forget, everyone, Queen Mary 2, 10th of May, $499. Get on the phone lines now.
And what we could do with that as well is give you a stay in New York.
Yes.
And then do some shopping and bring it back, because you're not going to have to fly back. As much shopping into the cabin as you want. There's no limit on the luggage coming back. Fill it full of stuff and then sail back.
But give us a call. That one's going to go.
So
0800 840 1088. Now, 6-star luxury next.
It's gorgeous.
Well, I was very lucky to get to cruise with Crystal. Never had an experience quite like it. 6-star. Here's a little taster of what I experienced with Crystal. Crystal Cruises have the most opulent staterooms afloat. The style is modern classic with the most beautiful decor, and all of the rooms have the very latest amenities. One of my favourite places to visit has to be the Crystal Spa. It's award-winning, repeatedly voted the world's best, and the only Feng Shui-inspired spa that I've ever experienced on the waves. Well, Crystal Cruises have been the undisputed leader in luxury travel now for almost 2 decades, and it's certainly reflected in their service, especially here, taking afternoon tea in the amazing Palm Court. Crystal Cruises offer an outstanding and diverse selection of bars and restaurants on their ships, and better still, they now have an all-inclusive drinks policy and open bar service. Now, this is Silk Road, created by world-famous Chef Nobu and his only seagoing venture in his global empire. Now, the menus feature Chef Nobu's unique styling and blending of South American ingredients with Japanese dishes. In front of me, you've probably noticed, there is a separate sushi bar with items selected by Chef Nobu and prepared by one of his very skillfully trained chefs. This is the Galaxy Show Lounge, which offers breathtaking Broadway-style productions. The performers have trained at the best schools, performed on the best stages, and are now bringing you the best performances at sea. And the costumes, they're spectacular and really lavish. It really was the most incredible cruise. I'd still talk about it now. And I know it is, it's maybe slightly higher than you budgeted for before, but honestly, it is worth every single penny, and everything is included as well.
It is, and the thing for me is all the staterooms are designed according to Feng Shui, which, it just says the amount of detail that they put into what they do.
Is that why I felt so good then?
Yeah, exactly. You feel amazing.
Now, we should have pointed out before you embark on that beautiful ship, we do give you 2 nights in a 5-star hotel on Venice Island as well.
Fantastic Venice. Cool. Just go and get lost, just enjoy the wonderful architecture of that amazing, romantic city where the greatest lovers of all time stroll the streets.
So you will be there 2 nights, of course, in that 5-star hotel as well. Just get things off to a really good start.
Yeah, go on a gondola ride, go and enjoy St Mark's, go and climb the Campanile for amazing views, go over to the Lido where Lord Byron used to swim, which is the kind of holiday area where all the locals go to get their food. That's where all the locals go to get their pasta and pizza. I recommend it. Or, of course, if you want, just wander off and get lost because you will find your own private part of paradise. It's an incredible start to your cruise. OK, then you're transferring from there, obviously, onto the ship, from your hotel to the ship, for 7 nights cruising on this all-inclusive extravaganza, this 6-star masterpiece of a ship. Only 1,000 passengers on board, so really intimate. And then your first port of call is the walled city of Dubrovnik, where they film Game of Thrones. It's incredible. Now, within those walls, no cars are allowed, and it's cobbled streets full of piazzas and churches. It's so beautiful. You can walk the walls. It's 1.4 miles for amazing views over the surrounding ocean and up into the mountains. Or just sit down in one of the many bars and have a kavalako, a traditional beer from Croatia. Or take the excursion from the boat over to Kavtat, where Wallace Simpson and Edward VIII had their honeymoon. OK, then you cruise the Ionian Sea. Amazing sunny weather. You'll be soaking up the rays before you hit Mykonos. Living proof that picture postcards do exist, loved by backpackers and millionaires. You're docking Shora, which was designed to confuse pirates. It's like a little maze, and you can wander Little Venice, where they filmed Shirley Valentine, and you can see Patronus the pelican, the local mascot, or relax on the beaches. I know you love Mykonos.
I do. I really do.
Then you can also go over to Delos as well, which is fantastic, which is the birthplace of the Apollo, the god Apollo, if you like your Greek mythology. Then you go into Izmir. This is cradled in the mountains, between the mountains to the east and south, and the Aegean Sea to the west. It's Turkey's 3rd largest city, but it's your gateway to Ephesus. It's your gateway to this beautiful city that's been preserved for hundreds of years, where you've got the Library of Celsus, you've got these wonderful frescoes carved into the walls, and all these pillars, and of course many famous residents, including Alexander the Great and the Virgin Mary and John the Baptist. OK, then from here you'll cruise the Dardanelles, those amazing straits that you saw, and of course we had Anzac Day just recently, where the Australian remembered the sacrifice they made. That was all through here, Gallipoli, the Gallipoli Peninsula, which you'll sail through, and you're going to sail into Istanbul, one of the world's best sailings. 2 continents in front of you. You've got literally Europe to the west, Europe to your left, and then to your right, Asia.
And when you see the different architecture, it's the
incredible.
Contrast is amazing.
The contrast is incredible, and you've got the places like this, the Blue Mosque, which is incredible. You've also got the Church of Holy Wisdom, side by side almost. You've got the Topkapi Palace, where the Sultan had his harem, and you've got the famous barracks where Florence Nightingale made her name. Go and get some Turkish kebab, try some of the shopping in the Grand Souk. It's incredible. It really, really is. Over 1,000 different places to shop in that Grand Bazaar, and that's just scratching the surface.
Now, can we just show you this stunning ship, because she's 6-star. The service and the food was off the scale. It really was. And when we say everything's included, all of your speciality restaurants are as well, aren't they?
That's right, yeah, there's no extra charges on board for that. And, all your drinks are included as well. And they're award-winning restaurants, aren't they, Sean? I mean,
yes, I remember Silk Road, which is, actually the food is all designed by Nobu, and it's outstanding.
That's right. Yeah. And they've also got that wonderful, is it
Prego?
Prego,
yes.
Which is the Italian restaurant, which again wins lots of awards.
So all of your drinks, all of your specialty restaurants are included. Don't forget your return flights, of course, as well, which we can find from most UK airports, and 7 nights on board. And it's 6-star. Now, to give you an idea of what all-inclusive means, we've touched on this, but that means all of your fine wines, premium spirits and champagne, all of your gratuities for butlers, stewardesses, dining and bar staff, all of your bottled water, soft drinks, all of your specialty coffees. We mentioned Nobu's, the most incredible restaurants. Fitness classes as well. You can do Pilates, yoga, spinning, and the most gracious award-winning service at sea, and much more. Now, if you've got a special occasion coming up, or maybe you've experienced 4-star and 5-star cruising, Crystal could be your next level. It was incredible. And all we ask tonight is just give us a call. We can talk you through. You don't have to say, oh, I'm definitely going to book it. Just talk through with one of our experienced cruise agents.
And the other thing as well, don't think just because it's 6-star that therefore it's going to be wearing a tuxedo every night and a bow tie. It's not. It's country club casual. You know, and you tend to find that sometimes, you know, the higher the star rating, the more relaxed sometimes it is. It's wonderful.
Well, as many of you know, Keith and I love presenting the show. But we know that you love watching it as well. And two people that definitely watch us every week are Margaret and Michael.
You watch the show, don't you? Both yourself and Margaret watch the show.
We do, certainly do, yes. And we look forward to it every week. We like the conversations between yourself and Sean. And we find it very, very interesting. And everything, what goes on in the cruise world. We find Planet Cruise, and this is not a setup, we find it a very, very professional show indeed, with yourself and Sean. Absolutely fantastic. We never get fed up of listening to it or seeing it.
I remember afterwards he actually said he preferred me more than you. Do you remember, Keith? No, they didn't say that at all.
If you're watching, contact us.
Everyone loves Keith. I really do. Anyway,
it's too late. The damage is done.
Now, we've actually got one final cruise. Do you know, when I saw this, when my notes came through, only early today, because a lot of these deals are very last minute. If there's suddenly a big price reduction, it appears on the show. This is one of those moments. I've always wanted to get away on a cruise for Christmas and New Year, but the prices are normally off the scale. You can be away for over 3 weeks, Christmas and New Year, with P&O and adult ownership. Let's take you on board. I wish I could book this one.
This is incredible. This is your chance to enjoy Christmas and New Year in the Caribbean with those wonderful steel drums and the kind of rum and coke cocktails. Spend Christmas Day sailing towards the Caribbean and then enjoy New Year's Eve in St Lucia. It's incredible. P&O, 177 years. They've been sailing around the world. They're a British cruise company, so it's going to be very familiar. It's going to be wonderful entertainment with British comics entertaining you and great all single dancing shows straight out of the West End put onto your stage. Great selection of different dining. Ignore the Gary Rhodes there. He doesn't work for them anymore, but you have got great people like Marco Pierre White. You've got people like Ollie Smith consulting on the wine. You've got Atul Kutcher as well, who brings his restaurants like, you know, East on board. And, of course, you've got food from literally around the world. This is an adult-only ship, so this is the other thing as well, that this is a great chance for you just to basically enjoy yourself with other grown-ups. You know,
much as we love kids, you know, Jerry Smith was so well looked after cruise ship.
Absolutely.
But this is an adult's Christmas and New Year.
Yeah, and some people want that. Some people, you know, that they want to just be surrounded by other people their own age. So this is your opportunity. You can relax in plenty of deck space, of course, soaking up the sun on not only the islands themselves, but on board the ship. And the great thing about P&O, again, is the selection of different things that you have to do on board. We're going to guest speakers, with the different activities you can get involved with. Just sitting there having a cocktail, soaking up the sun, going and relaxing in the spa, getting maybe a massage or getting a beauty treatment. Sean, I know you're always popping in there for your Botox, and it's a great chance, you know, it really is to enjoy it.
Do you know, I was watching this, I thought, I'm not allowed to take that amount of holiday over Christmas and New Year, but I would book this in a heartbeat, I really would. It even falls over my birthday as well. So, anyway, you can book it hopefully tonight. From Southampton as well, so no worries about how much luggage you're taking, no hassle. Your holiday begins straight away. Now, we've got 3 days at sea, making our way over to the Azores. The days at sea are fantastic.
They really are. Remember, it's getting warmer all the time as you're sailing over there. Then you're going to hit Ponta Delgada. Basically, it does a good impression of Eden. It's a great opportunity for you to enjoy some of the only tea plantations in Europe, to try some of the tea pudding, pineapples as well that they grow on the island, and barnacle pudding, which is great fun. And these two matching lakes that you're seeing pictures of here, which are incredible. Hiking this place is incredible.
And Keith, can I ask, even in December, so it'll be around about the 22nd of December, are they still getting great temperatures at that time?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, absolutely. This is the best time to go out to the Caribbean, really, in November into December, because that's when you're hitting the time where it's not too rainy, where it's not monsoony, but you've still got a good steady heat, just perfect for us and our delicate complexions.
Well, the heat's only going to get stronger, because over the next 4 days you're making your way over to Antigua. So again, you're probably going to be sunbathing over those days.
There'll be loads going on during the day. The ship will be alive. If you just want to sit and read a book, you can do. But if you want to get involved, there'll be loads of extra entertainment that the ship will put on. I know I was a cruise director for 12 years. That's what we do on transatlantics. When we've got lots of sea days, we throw lots of things into the programme to make it fun for you. Or many people just sit there and just have a chance to relax and switch off. OK, then you're going to go to your first port of call, and that is Antigua. Of course, we've had the cricket cricket, the West Indies, and that was where the first match was over in Antigua, where we drew. St John's, it's the largest of the British Leeward Isles. It's one of the most spectacular Caribbean coastlines. They've got a beach for every day of the year. Yes, that's right. There's more than 365 of them. You can go and literally swim with stingrays and feed them, go on a canopy zipline adventure, see the views from Shirley Heights, or go and see where Horatio Nelson quartered his fleet in the 18th century. It's an incredible part of the world. Then you're going through to Tortola. This is the British Virgin Islands. Go and do Virgin Gorda through these caves and rock pools and explore this island that was basically people like Blackbeard and Bluebeard and all the pirates used to hide out here. Incredible history, great beaches. Then you're going through to St Martin. It's one island, but it's ruled by two countries. It's part Dutch, part French. You're docking the Dutch side. Great duty-free paradise for you to get lots of bargains, to see the crew coming back with TVs and DVDs, and you can go and barter yourself. Head over to the French side is my advice. Go to the wonderful little cutesy villages where you can go and have a wonderful French cuisine.
Yeah,
and go to, if you want,
really good food there, man.
it's really good. And the best thing to do, Airport Beach. The airport's really close to the beach. The planes come in and they can literally lift you out the water.
Don't get too close.
It's really good fun, yeah. And then from here, from Phillipsburg, from St Martin, Old Man Guavaberry rum as well. Get some of that, it's gorgeous. Then go to St Lucia. This is the home of the Petongs, the famous breasts of St Lucia as they're called. You're seeing them there. Madonna will be proud. And you can sail round to them. You can take a taxi round if you like. And the world's only drive-through volcano, Sulphur Springs. I've had many a good party on Rodney Beach. Great place to chill out and enjoy. And Castries Market, where you can barter for diamonds and all sorts.
And we should say you'll be there on New Year's Eve.
You will be there for New Year's
Imagine that,
Eve.
New Year's Eve. That could be your
It's just incredible,
day
isn't
of
it?
paradise.
And Santa doesn't forget, you know, when you're away for
No,
Christmas. That's great.
no.
The cruise ships, they decorate beautifully. If you want to get involved with Christmas on a cruise ship, you can. If you want to escape from it, you also can. That's the good thing.
How about New Year's Day in Barbados?
Incredible, huh?
Sounds
Barbados,
good.
Little England, as it's known. You know, great chance for you to have high tea in Trafalgar Square. Go to see the Mount Gay rum factory. Go snorkeling in search of hawksbill green turtles. Go to Carlisle Beach and take it easy on these endless stretches of sand. Or do the Atlantis submarine underwater. Relaxing days at sea then as you head back to Funchal, and this is one of my favourite places on earth. Funchal is a great chance for you to visit what we call the hanging basket of the Atlantic, a beautiful flower-filled island where literally Sir Winston Churchill used to have High Chi in Reed's Palace. High Chi, high tea. It's not the Chinese version. And you can still do that. And you can also take the funicular, the cable car up to Mont and then hurtle back down in the Wicked Toboggan. It's a beautiful island. Definitely, if you can, try the espadada, the hanging beef, which is just absolutely delicious.
And then a few final days at sea. Just enjoy the entertainment, the great food, the great service, the great free facilities, the gym and things like that.
It's all included, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
it
all
is.
included.
And then back to Southampton. I mean, I honestly cannot believe how good that is for Christmas and New Year. Amazing. By the way, all of the cruises you've seen have their own ID number. This one is 79430. We do expect that one to be very, very popular tonight, and you only need to place a deposit to get that price of 1749. That's really good, isn't it?
It's really good. It's, you know, it's over £700 off the brochure price, Sean, isn't it? Adult-only fun.
Yeah, £700. That's
Yeah, it's incredible.
So anyway, there you go. A unique chance to enjoy Christmas Day sailing to the Caribbean, and as we mentioned, New Year's Eve in St Lucia, New Year's Day in Barbados. If you want to pre-stay in the Meon Valley Marriott in Southampton, we get a special deal with them, actually. Now, bit of advice, because you're away so long, the parking could work out quite expensive, not if you stay at the Meon. £75 per person. 23 nights on board the adult-only Arcadia, and as Keith just mentioned, and he does spot a deal, £700 off the brochure price tonight.
Do you know what I say? You know how you always spot people coming back from a Caribbean cruise because they've always got their hair braided and they've got this wonderful tan and they've got a taste for rum.
And they look very relaxed. Yeah, so without further ado, we are going to just recap all of the 5 cruises that we had on tonight's show. We started off with Royal Caribbean, great 8-night Norwegian Fjord cruise. 689 is the lead price. My advice, go for the balcony at 889. Everyone gets free on-board spend and free car parking as well. Brilliant start to the show, that one. Then Ruth joined us on the sofa with the 18-night Singapore stay and Treasures of the Orient cruise on board the Celebrity Millennium here. Under £1,500 on that one. And if you do book the 11th of Feb, you actually get the gratuities included as well. Then Princess Cruises on board the Sun Princess was next. 18 nights from Perth to Singapore. And again, what a deal on this one. 1879. You do get an extra 2 nights and a 5-star hotel in Singapore as well. We then had a 6-star cruise with Crystal. I've experienced Crystal. They are outstanding. Even if you just want to ask about this one, give us a call right now. We're there. Just give you a bit of extra advice. And again, the price is just $2,349. And then finally, we just saw it, your chance of being away for Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, on board the Arcadia with P&O. That, you'll know, if you've ever tried to book a cruise around Christmas, the prices are very expensive. Not tonight. But we know how much you love your cruises. What's your favourite cruise? Well, this is Alex and Margaret, and this is what they have to say about their favourite.
You said you've done 18 cruises. Is your favourite one still that first one, or have you had lots of great cruises?
Every cruise is different. Every cruise, I'd say, is my favourite, in a different way. You cannot fault them. And since your programme, and we've seen just what other cruises are out there, we're just obsessional about cruising.
Do you get a chance to go every year or twice a year? How often do you manage to go away?
We try and go 2-3 times a year.
2 or 3 times? Wow, this is...
We're not rich, we just love cruising. And once you're on a cruise ship, we don't need to spend any money. It's everything's there. And since your show, well, your show is just amazing. It just puts across exactly what cruising is about. And yourself and Sean are just so enthusiastic. Your enthusiasm comes over to us as a customer, and we just can't wait to book another one.
I know that feeling.
I love the laugh at the end there. She just kind of laughed, a wonderful, natural kind of laugh. It's great. What you didn't see out of shot there was the fact that I've got the microphone there, and I've got a gun right behind the thing, making everyone say that. You know, it's just this way.
No, honestly, it was lovely to get your feedback at the last cruise ship. It really was. And our website is brilliant as well. You know, you can check out all of the deals, and don't forget, you can put in any cruise line. You know, any length of cruise, any destination, and we will find the perfect cruise for you. We can tailor make it. We can add hotel stays. We can even change the flights as well. But give us a call. What time are the phone lines open until tonight?
10:30 tonight, Sean.
10:30 tonight, and first thing tomorrow morning at 8:30 as well. Keith, you've got a few hellos.
I have. So this is via Twitter. Big hello to Danielle Burton, to Ian Holroyd and the Britannia crew, to Sharon Veal, hello, to Greg Smith, nice to see you, to Wonder Fit Trips, hello, to Kate, you know who you are, to Karen Robinson and Laura Milton, hello to you, to Shah and to Karen Robinson, thank you for getting in touch, to Jeff Titulus, hello there, and Karen Robinson again, to Sonia Davidson, thank you for getting in touch, to John from Gloucestershire, who got in touch via email, who's a big fan, hello to you, and particularly to Michelle, who wrote this. I was going to have to miss a cruise next year as I need a new kitchen. However, it looks like I can have both thanks to Planet Cruise. That was on Twitter.
I'd choose a cruise over kitchen any time. That's
exactly.
Great. You can have both. Keith, thank you so much. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Book your cruise right now. You will love it. Guarantee it.